Don't mind this. This isn't blood. This is just food coloring. Yeah, that's it. Food coloring. Hey guys, it's Ziya. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to our 31 days of Halloween. Today I'm sharing with you this brain cupcake. I love it. It's so cute and so creepy. I can't get enough of it. I loved it. As soon as it was finished, I was just all over these things. Well, I didn't eat them immediately, but I did later and they were good. So that's it. I'm going to show you guys how I made them. So what you're going to need for the cupcakes is a 1/4 cup of unsalted butter at room temperature and 1 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. And you're going to beat this mixture until it's nice and creamy. Once your butter and sugar are both combined well enough, you're going to add 1 egg and whisk that in as well. In a separate bowl, we're going to mix together 2½ tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of red food coloring, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're going to mix this together until it forms a paste. Be careful unless you want to look messy, like I do. And we're going to add this to our butter mixture. Alright guys, now I'm adding a mixture of 1 1/4 cup all-purpose flour with 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and I'm mixing that into the cake batter. I also added 1/2 cup of buttermilk, but for some reason that didn't make it into the video. I don't know where it went. And here I'm measuring out my cupcakes. I use a 2 tablespoon ice cream scoop. It helps me keep everything as even as possible and really neat and easy. So I really love ice cream scoops. If you guys bake, make sure you have an ice cream scoop on hand because it helps so much. Once everything is measured out and as even as possible, I go ahead and put that in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And while that is baking, we're going to work on our cream cheese frosting. Alright, now for the cream cheese icing. In this bowl, I have 4 ounces of cream cheese. I actually have 2 ounces of plain cream cheese and then 2 ounces of honey pecan cream cheese. Unfortunately, my camera was not recording, so you can't see it underneath these 2½ cups of powdered sugar. And we're going to beat this together. Once your frosting is looking kind of like this, it's not completely mixed together just yet, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of red food dye, and about 3 drops of black food dye. Alright guys, it's finally time to frost our cupcakes. They didn't get as much rise as I would have liked. They're a little flatter than I prefer, but it's okay. They're still gonna taste great. Have our frosting right here. I'm just going to move all of this frosting into one area of the bag. If you had a piping bag, this would be a bit easier, I think, because piping bags are made for piping, but I didn't buy any piping bags. I am out of piping bags. I ran out of piping bags. But we're gonna cut a tiny hole. If you are not sure about what size you want to go with, start off small. You can always go bigger, but you can't make it small again unless you get a new bag. So we are going, excuse me. And so, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not good at the angles when it comes to this kind of thing. But I start off with a half circle, a line, another line right next to that, another half circle. So far we kind of look like Deadpool, but we're not going for Deadpool, we're going for a brain. So we are going to squiggle a line going back and forth inside the little areas that we created. Did you guys see what I did at all? No, probably not, because I was not holding it in place very well. Alright, here we go, like this. you know it's weird. It's holding at a weird angle. Kind of made me do a little bit of a better job. If you can get these to be even, that would be great. But I'm not the best piper in the world, and that is not even at all. But you get the idea. And regardless, looks pretty cute. And I don't know if I explained it, but we're just zigzagging back and forth to make this brain looking design. I definitely need some practice with piping. I don't do it often, but when I do, I don't do it well. Even if you're not really good at piping, these are still gonna basically look like brains. Like, it's such a simple design to do, it's not very difficult. It's not like piping flowers or roses or something, which can be really difficult. I mean, what else do you think of when you see something like this? Two really weird looking worms? Maybe. It's not supposed to be pretty anyway. It's Halloween. Halloween isn't the holiday of pretty things. It's scary things and gross things and candy. And if you want to bump up the creepy factor like I did here, all you gotta do is spray it down with some of this sweet sugar bell edible coloring spritz. Really, really easy. I already sprayed some on here, but you just spray it. And now you have some bloody brains. And that is everything. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me and watching this video. If you made it to the end, let me know what's your favorite Halloween candy. And that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.